Hello students, welcome to our online session. These classes in operating system and Unix, we will discuss the second part of the first chapter. If you could remember, we finished whatever is highlighted in the yellow color. We finished with the introduction part of operating system, functions and types of operating systems, services, system components and system call. We will move on to the second part of operating system. The second part of operating system focus on the concept called process management. Under process management, we have a few concepts like process concept, process scheduling, interprocess communication, CPU scheduling criteria, scheduling criteria, scheduling algorithms, multiple process scheduling, real-time scheduling and algorithm evolution. So if you take operating system concept, in the features of operating system we have discussed, operating system is very much helpful in process management, memory management, secondary storage management, disk management and all. So today's session we will start with what is the role of operating system in process management. On the process and ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ what is the role it has to be performed, that will be discussed in this today's session. So today we will start with the concept called process management. So when it comes to understand the concept of process, you should know two terms. One is called program, another is called process. Program means the program which we execute, and based on that we perform a task. Like if you could remember C program, Java program. So program means I give the coding according to my syntax available, I execute it, my task is done. Process means each and every activity of a computer is being monitored. So whatever is in execution, then I call it as process. So to understand in general, to understand these concepts, we should know operating system can work as a batch system or it can be used as a time sharing system. That means we have discussed in the types of operating system. Batch system andre kelsa annu onde time madangilla, it will collect all the information and at a stage it will process the job. That kind of work we call it as batch system. Example will be a salary calculation. Next is time sharing system. Same time, that means multiple jobs are there, so time will be shared among each process and then we will be doing this. So operating system concept, it supports varieties of tasks like this. One kind of activity will be with batch system, another can be with time sharing system and all. So how well it manages the process is very important. So today's session we will concentrate on a concept called process. Process means a program in execution, or in another way, process execution must progress in a sequential manner. So once again I repeat, process is a program in execution or basic unit of work to be implemented in the system. So whatever system to do any job, see, like you are increasing the volume, that is also one process. I'm putting the laptop for charging, even that is a process. Okay, so each and every activity done in a computer, I call it as a process. Program means, see, I select particular task and particular application, I execute it, that we call it as a program. Okay, so when you talk about this process, since by the heading we say program in execution andre, from the start of the button until I shut down, whatever activity I do, it comes under the concept of process. So these process has to be maintained in the operating system, means it need lot of parts. So some of the parts of this process will be program code called text selection. So the related code which we execute to analyze the process, that we call it as text selection. And also we have a concept called program counter, how long one process is doing. See, for example, in my laptop I have put it for charging, I am putting charge, I have just placed the charger for 2 hours, so that counter time, how long that particular activity. Once I remove the charger, that charging counter will reduce and battery counter will increase. Why? Because see, once I removed it from the laptop, charger, when I remove from the thing, battery has to start draining, correct? So program counter we need, then we need process register to maintain ಎಷ್ಟು process ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, what time it ended, what is doing. For example, you in your laptop you have opened your PowerPoint and then you have opened your mail, like that. Varieties of application means how long each application is being opened, how much it is doing, that and all we call it as process register. And then stack means arrangement of record. In data structure we have studied, no, first in will go to the last, so arrangement of data. So why we need the concept of stack is to give the priority for the job, who has to be given first priority and which job has to be done the last priority. So to identify that, stack is maintained. Then data section contains global variable to recognize all kind of tasks, and then heap, this is for memory management in process. So at a time we are doing multiple process, so to manage memory we need a concept called heap. Next we will continue. So with this explanation we would come to know program is called passive entity. Passive means time being we will use and then we will close it up, but process is called active entity. See, every time from the time my system is on until I shut down, my process will be keep on monitoring the system. Program become process when executable files loaded into the computer. So a small program which you work on, even you can make it as a process when you convert that as an exe file and start working towards it. So execution of program can be a GUI mouse click. So program execution means so simple thing also will be like example the click of a mouse, or you are working with command line argument and all comes under the concept of program execution. So understand, we have done with two terms. One is called program, another is process. Program means we all know it's a set of instruction which help us the computer to work, okay. But process is the program in execution. Whatever task is in executing in the computer, that is monitored by process management. The work of process management is to monitor the activity, all the activity done in the system. That is one important role of operating system. So next slide we will discuss about the difference between program and process. The first point is concerned. So it is a set of instruction, as we know, written to solve a problem. It is program in execution, and this we call it as a passive entry, and this we call it as an active entry. Program is a simple entity in itself. Program andre, see, when I say Java program, whatever related file needed to execute a Java program, I will have one simple entity, that's all. But when I talk about process, it will have 2 and 3 more programs associated with that, okay. See, one application when I start, that application should start. Along with the timer will start to tell that how long we are opening the application. Application start aguvaga, then for that application your mouse and keyboard support also has to be given. So for one process to do, we combine many programs together. So processes, 2 or more process associated with same program. Programs are present usually in the secondary memory, and this will be in main memory itself. Program remain in state throughout its lifetime. One time you install a software and you can execute means it will be there only, but process is not going to be there. Process has varieties of state. When I start madvaga, start state, once I finish it will terminate. So it has various state, and we will discuss about the various state of process in our next slide. A program is represented on the disk by its name. It is represented in the main memory by PCB. Usually it is called it as process control block, PCB. So all the activity we do, we call it is maintained in process control block. Number of programs on the disk are limited by the system. Number of process the main memory is limited by the main memory. So limitation is, it is limited by the size of the disk, and this is limited by the main memory's capacity, okay. These are the difference between a program and process. Now we will discuss about a process state. the state of process is defined as the current activity of the process. So what is state of process means, when I am doing any execution of a program, what state my program is there, that is identified by a concept called state of the process. Okay. So to monitor this, we have varieties of state. One is called new. When I start with the process, then it will be in the new state. Running means any program which is executing. For example, you are downloading some file from your internet browser. So that time a program is in execution. So we call it as running state. Okay. You are attending, you are watching some video. In between a call is coming. So what will happen? Your video will go to a wait state, and you will have a provision to attend the call. So process might go to a concept called waiting state. Waiting is not quitting. Temporarily it is being paused. Then ready state. See, computer need to manage many processes. So once you create a process, it will be in the ready state to execute. Memory allocate, once operating system give permission to do, then only it can start. Last is once I am closing the application means, then it is terminating the process. So this is how our process state defined as. And this is, remember, process state means new, running, waiting, ready and terminated. Whenever you explain this, you need to draw this diagram also related to that, which will explain. So when you start a job in a computer, that it will be in the new state. Once permission given by the operating system to perform the job, then you will enter into the ready state. Depending upon your number of work allotted, it might go to a running state, or in case you want to halt your process, it would have come to waiting state. In waiting state, once you regain your thing, it will once again go to ready state. At last, once you complete the process, it will come to the termination stage. So this is how our program state work. So today's class we started with a concept called what is process concept, then what is program, then we discuss about the comparison between process and the program, then we discuss about the concept called process state. Next we will see about process control block. So once I say process in computer, program in execution. So system is going to monitor all the program in execution. To monitor, what are the information we need? Okay. For example, when you come for any of the admission, what are the details they will ask? They will ask for your PUC marks card, SSLC marks card, TC, your income and caste certificate. So one student and admit ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಕ್ಕೆ we need set of information about them. Same way, computer, when you want to execute the programs in computer, you need to maintain certain information about the task we are going to perform. So process control block will maintain, even one process is running, what is the information is available, that is maintained under a concept called process control block. Here this process control block can also be called as task control block. We call this so each process is represented in the operating system by process control block. So every process, whatever is entered, we need to do any work in the computer or laptop or any devices, it will be monitored by process control block. It is called task control block. Process control block is the data structure used by the operating system. Operating system group all the information of a particular process. So one activity you do, operating system will group all the process and maintain. So under process control block, this is the diagram how a process control block will be there. So various tasks is taken care, like various monitoring thing is there. First is process state, which we were discussing just now, whether it is a running or waiting or terminating, new, ready, like that, which state your process is there at present. Next, program counter. So how long your program is going to work, location of instruction, time period of the program in execution is maintained as program counter. Next comes the CPU register. CPU register, it maintains register include general purpose register, stack pointer, index register, accumulators. So here this register, CPU register, will maintain the entire detail about the process, the size of the process, memory requirement for the process, stack availability of the process, how long it is waiting in the queue. All the processing based information will be maintained in the CPU register. Next, CPU scheduling information. See, computer alli onde task ಮಾಡುವಾಗ we don't have a problem, it will be free, so it can do and come. But we don't use computer for performing one task at a time. Simultaneously multitask is being performed. One day time multitask, when we perform, we need to schedule the work among them. So which job has to be done first, which job has to be done second. See, we are working, even in our mobile phone you take, we are just working with something, but when call comes, all the application whatever we are doing will be stopped and call will be given priority. But that was not the first work we were doing. Maybe would have been watching some YouTube video or anything. Then also call come, priority is given for the call. So what they would have done, they would have scheduled call bandre, all the things will be muted and you need to answer. If you cut the call, you can continue watching. If you answer the call, your application would have been paused for some time. Once you keep the call back, you can continue what you were doing. So scheduling is taken care by scheduling information. Then whatever to do anything, we need memory space. Okay, in computer for time management, allocation of application open, to recognize the computer, to recognize your keyboard, mouse, everything we need the role of memory management. That is also taken care. Accounting information, so CPU use, clock, time lapse, start, time limit, everything is taken care of accounting information. And also it maintains input status, input output statement. Yeah, whatever input devices are there, whatever output devices are there. See, we are doing multiple jobs in one computer, but we will have only one keyboard and one mouse. So how well your input and output devices switch between the process is identified, also is maintained under input output information. So these are the different control blocks under PCB. So when they ask about process control block, you need to include your process state, program counter, CPU register, CPU scheduling algorithm, memory information, accounting information, input IO, input output status information. Okay, these are the things we will cover. And then don't think these concept and all is extraordinary, we don't know and all. Everything what we do in a computer practically, but we don't realize. Okay, that we call it, that only we are studying as a process management. See, even in our computers, you can also see how your work is being monitored and all. Process management in your system, press Alt Control Delete, press Alt Control Delete. Then it will ask task manager or not. When you press all the three keys together, task manager option will come. Click on the task manager. It will show you the process screen. Okay, so today's work is you will find out your task manager, open the process screen, take the screenshot of your process screen of your laptop, not from the, anyway everybody have laptop with you, not from your phone, from your laptop. You will take the screenshot of your process screen and post it in our classroom app, so that you will understand every system, whatever activity we do, it is being monitored. Monitored ಮಾಡುವ concept and process management we will call. Even that process management we can also see. Okay, so you will try this exercise and you will share the screenshot of your system. Don't take somebody else's system and pass it off. I want the screenshot of your system process management. Okay, you will upload that screenshot in the classroom app. So with this we end our session. Today's session we started with the basic concept of process management. Process management concept is quite big. Even the second chapter also we will discuss only about process management. So we will continue the remaining concept in our next session. Thank you. Have a nice day.